Hey guys, welcome to All Time Gaming. I'm Chris.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Milo, and boy, is September a big month for gaming. As we near the holiday season, some of the biggest games of the year are beginning to be released. I think it's safe to say that the gaming dry spell is officially over.
So to help you remember what games are coming out this month, we've put together a list of 6 games we think you should keep on your radar this September.
Beep, beep.
Is that your radar noise?
Beep, beep. Yeah, it's radar.
It appears to be in the shape of the big boy.
But before we remind you why you are going to be broke this winter, be sure to let us know what games you are most excited for in the poll up above, and of course, the comments down below. Do it, you tasty, salty sea dogs. Don't know why I said that, but there we go.
Compliment or insult? I can't even tell. Kicking off the month is the latest expansion for Bungie's co-op loot shooter, Destiny 2 Forsaken.
Oh.
Didn't they have Forsaken King before?
The Taken King.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Forsaken was that. Oh no, I was thinking of Taken as well. Saying
Liam
it was the
Neeson.
Liam Neeson movie. I'm sure there's a Liam Neeson movie called Forsaken.
Yeah.
No, you're
Listen to me. I'm Forsaken.
You're thinking of The Commuter.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm thinking of the computer.
No, Source Code.
Swordfish.
Black Hat.
Blowjobs.
That's a different kind of film.
A strange location known as the Dreaming City has appeared in the universe, and you decide to set out to explore it, see what secrets are hidden deep within. Spoilers, it's probably going to be something evil.
Or sexy. I mean, Dreaming City. Ooh.
Well, sexy or evil, you're probably going to have to shoot it. The expansion will add new areas to explore, new weapons to grind for, and new armor to flex to your friends just how little time you spend in the real world. There's also a collection of new enemies to pump rounds into, as well as new superpowers to add to your arsenal to make you the strongest being in the universe.
Being, you say?
Being.
Wow.
Oh, and there's a new melee weapon in the form of a giant flaming hammer. Now that is how you sell a game. You mix blunt force trauma with third-degree burns. Two of my favourite injuries. Shut up and take my money. Destiny 2 Forsaken is part of the game's Year 2 annual pass, but you can pick it up separately on September 4th for Xbox One, PS4 and PC.
Lovely.
It's kind of going for that Taken King thing, isn't it? Like where
Funny that.
It's that Destiny 1.5. This is Destiny 2.5. Forsaken.
Destiny 2 is about to be good, y'all.
It kind of feels like Destiny's always on the verge of being good, but is it ever really?
It's just missing something that makes it fun.
Friends, I find, can be the missing ingredient.
How can you get them? Are they DLC?
No, just try Googling it. You know when you're on porn sites and you click on a link to a video and it opens up another tab and then the old tab becomes like a weird chat roulette for porn thing?
Well, that's a real chat. I chat with them all the time.
Yeah, just hang out in there and you'll be friends in no time.
Yeah.
They always know where I live. Hey,
They
big
keep
boy.
telling me to try and elders. I'm looking for singles, not necessarily elders.
Going from sci-fi to fantasy, we've got the latest entry in the grandpappy of JRPGs, Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age.
Couldn't pick a longer title.
I could come up with one.
I mean, add Dream Drop Distance 2.5 Remix Edition. Now we're talking.
So it's 11.8.
Yeah. Hot after the release of the Japan exclusive Dragon Quest X way back in 2012, so not that hot really, fans have waited impatiently for another entry in the franchise. And finally, after being out for more than a year in Japan, we are finally getting Dragon Quest XI.
Yeah, boy!
Taking place in the land of Lotazisia?
You can say the word. You just said it.
Lotazisia.
You just said the word.
No, you said it.
Well, maybe it's Lotazisia.
Lotozetacia.
That one.
If it isn't that, then whoever did the phonetic spelling's wrong as well.
Yeah,
Well-
that guy sucks.
Hey, how about this? Not Asia. The game follows a young man with a strange birthmark who may or may not be the rightful heir to the throne. Sounds familiar.
Sounds a lot like my life.
Yeah? Where's your birthmark on your face?
All over my...
Ooh.
Oh.
So I guess it sounds like a game with humble beginnings, but it'll probably end up with the main character kind of going Super Saiyan and fighting a veritable god. I mean, it is a JRPG after all. Featuring art from Dragon Ball creator himself, Akira Toriyama, and with a full English dub, Dragon Quest XI looks to be the grandest outing yet for the franchise. And hey, looks pretty swish. It's available on PS4 and PC on September 4th with the Switch version in the pipeline. Coming TBD, I guess?
We'll find out Tokyo Game Show, maybe.
They're figuring out how bad it has to look before it can hit a solid 30.
Yeah.
Swinging his way into our hearts, it's one of the most hyped games of the year. It's the one and only Spider-Man. With a long
Spider-Man?
pause.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
My favourite version of the Spider-Man song?
Yeah.
That Asian lady. Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Does whatever a spider can.
For me, it's got to be the 90s one, right? Radioactive Spider-Man. Yeah. And it goes...
Bring.
Developed by Insomniac Games, the same studio behind the Ratchet & Clank games, Spidey Boy looks to remind players of just how much fun playing as Spider-Man can be. None of that Web of Shadows.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Didn't even play it.
The game takes place 8 years after Peter Parker.
Pika Parker Pool.
Pika Park.
Pika Park.
How many spiders can Peter Parker pit with his...
with his penis?
Peter's Pecker.
The game takes place 8 years after Peter finds his pecker and starts shooting web out of it.
Whoa!
The game takes place 8 years after Peter Parker discovers his abilities, and in those years has become quite competent at the whole fighting crime thing.
I mean, he just loves webbing those bad guys, like in their face, just everywhere.
Saving cats.
Yeah.
Kicking people out of cars.
You saying he's getting his web and...
Yeah.
He's not the teenage boy we know from most Spider-Man media, and the game looks to deal with a lot more of the personal struggles Parker will face trying to juggle an adult life while also being the masked hero. And to make things worse, all his old enemies have broken out of prison. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no! Sucks Spidey, but is great for us! We get to fight all our favourite villains with the game's buttery smooth combat system.
Like a buttery biscuit base, perhaps.
I like the bass. I like the buttery biscuit bass.
Knowledge.
The game looks absolutely jaw-dropping and looks to have the web-slinging mechanics perfected. Will it be able to live up to the hype that all the fans have for it? Well, we'll just have to wait and see when it swoops into shops on September 7th for PS4.
As long as there's a pizza delivery stage with that music. It just gets faster and faster. And more manic. And if it's got that, then it's Game of the Year.
Coming out of the shadows in the middle of the month is the sequel to the legendary adventure series Shadow of the Tomb Raider. After going through a bit of a rough time in the last 2 games, Lara is still out there trying to get her kicks, doing unnecessarily dangerous things out in the jungle.
Bit of a rough time. Might be a bit of an understatement.
Yeah, I mean, you think she'd learn her lesson by now, right? Like, the amount of time she's died by my hands.
But at the same time, canonically, she hasn't. Like, if you went through weeks and weeks of killing super secret soldiers and fighting bears and surviving harsh cold and falling down waterfalls, etc., and seemed to survive miraculously at every turn, you'd think you cheated death.
You'd think you're God.
I mean, yeah, fair play to her. That's why she keeps on going, I guess. But
Yep.
if it was me, I'd just put my hands up after the Yunkai incident and be like, right, that's me done, boys.
I put my hands up after dinosaurs showed up. Or even a tiger.
Wait, were there dinosaurs in the last one?
No, to like
first
old,
one.
old
Yeah, it was way back
OG.
in the day.
OG
yeah, I
Tomb
thought
Raider.
in the new ones. I haven't played Rise.
This time she's trying to find a Mayan relic which might be connected to her late father. Do you ever think that if that guy just didn't die, Lara's life would be so much easier?
But also, like, why couldn't you just release one YouTube video that just explained all of these things that he's connected to?
All-time conspiracies? Along the way, she slips up and accidentally triggers the Mayan apocalypse.
Whoops.
Don't you just hate it when that happens?
Man.
The game looks to have a bigger focus on Predator-style stealth than ever before, with Lara being able to dispatch groups of mercenaries with ease. She's gotten good at doing what needs to be done. There also looks to be a ton of exploration in the game, with activities like crafting and discovering new items and weapons, keeping you glued to your controller for days on end. We'll have to find out how Lara gets out of this one when the game comes out on September 14th for Xbox One, PS4 and PC.
Yeah, no pressure, Lara. Right, guys, like a blast from the past, Insomniac's other gaming hero is back with a collection of his greatest adventures in the Spyro Reignited trilogy.
Oh, baby!
There we go. He's veritably on fire down in the crotch region.
It was my whole childhood. I put in that PS1 so many times.
Wow. Cool.
I'm right there with you.
Being developed by Toys for Bob, great name, the same team behind the Crash Insane trilogy, the game revamps the first 3 Spyro games in loving current gen goodness. I mean, just take a look at those lovely HD pixels. One thing that has fans talking is that the disc only contains the first game and that the second and third need to be downloaded from the interwebs on your mother's dial-up connection.
Saw so many people on Twitter saying, "Oh, well, that's it for me. This is this. I'm not going to get it now. I can't play this game." And I was like, "Dude, your profile picture's a furry. Like, you're going to be playing Spyro."
Could this mean that the games are jam-packed with so much new content that it simply couldn't fit on the disc? Or is it just a way to keep people buying it pre-owned? Who knows? Who knows? Big emoji question mark on that one.
Chin scratcher.
Yeah. Either way, Jamie, it'll be a great trip down memory lane, and you'll be able to run, jump, and glide your way through some of the best PS1 games ever made when the trilogy drops on September.
Yes. Sorry.
Really? What? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God, okay. It turns out like it's actually been delayed to November, and seeing this is a list of games in September, here's FIFA 19 out on the 28th.
Hell yeah, FIFA.
Yeah, that annual football game that everyone knows and loves with goals and nets and Ronaldos.
Ending this insanely busy month is the first episode to the second season to angsty teen melodrama Life is Strange. But this time, it's less about time-traveling lesbians and more about brotherly love.
Oh man, I like the lesbians. Boys don't get periods. That's no fun.
The sequel follows brothers Sean and Daniel Diaz. After the events of the teaser trailer where a cop went flying, they've been forced to flee their home in Seattle and head for Mexico.
We've all been there.
We've all done a few bad things and ended up going to Mexico. We've had to run across the border.
It's the only place I'm safe.
Imagine you sitting there,
Oh.
sunbed.
Burritos every day, diarrhea every night.
How you stay in shape. What happened to cause the boys to run? Are we going to have more morally ambiguous protagonists this time around? And is this just going to end up as a superpowered rendition of Mice and Men?
Where Lenny's invincible and the bullet just bounces off his brain.
Turns around, George.
And then he strangles George.
It becomes the Hulk. It's just a massive twist.
See, I'd have done much better in my GCSEs as that was going on.
Marvel, if you want to hire us to write a rendition of Mice and Men, happily to do that. Luckily, we won't have to wait long to find out, as the first episode of the series comes out on September 28th for Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Hey, guys, I don't know if you knew this, but our videos are free, and pretty much they always will be. But if you join our Patreon, we can help make them even better than they are now. Maybe sprinkle a few new strands in there for all of you. So, head on over to our Patreon and pledge. Thanks for watching.